channel. I'm so excited to be here. This is my first solo vlog back. I know we had a video with Aline last week, but it feels really good to be back making content for the channel again. I'm so excited about this year. Today's video is a good old-fashioned day in my life in New York City. There's also a little get ready with me for a date moment at the end with some love life updates, some dating updates, and it's just a good old time. If you're new here, hi, my name is Michelle. I'm a 20-something living and working in New York City. I run this channel with my sister Aline, who's also my roommate, my best friend, and we just have a grand old time making cozy vlogs for this channel and kind of bringing you along for the ride. This vlog is also very kindly sponsored by Brooklinen, which is huge for us. We absolutely love Brooklinen and are so excited to be working with them on this video. So without further ado, this is a day in my life. Hello everyone, good morning. It's Friday and I love Fridays because work is typically a lot slower on Fridays. I feel like most of my projects tend to wrap up earlier in the week, and I went to a coffee shop to co-work with my friend Veronica yesterday, and I feel like I got the bulk of everything that I needed to get done finished up. And so it's been really lovely to just kind of like take my time this morning. Since work is slower on Fridays, or at least tends to be, sometimes it gets a little hectic depending on like what projects I'm working on for work, but I really like to take advantage of that and use Fridays as a nice excuse to freshen up the apartment for the weekend. It's just so nice to be able to actually enjoy a clean and tidy apartment during the weekend rather than like having it be a mess all weekend and then leaving it to Sunday night. Like, don't get me wrong, I still do a lot of like micro pickups of the apartment throughout the weekend, but it's nice to freshen up the space for the weekend so you can actually enjoy your space during the weekend. And during the week things get so chaotic that oftentimes on Fridays my apartment is a little bit gross. So I did my little morning routine today. I've been loving waking up at around 7:30. I feel like for the most part I've gotten back on a pretty solid sleep schedule where I'm like asleep by 11 and up by 7:30. That's like my ideal time. Obviously it shifts depending on if I have things in the evening. Like for example, last night I went out on a date, so I was home a little bit later, and so I woke up a little bit later. Woke up around like 7:45, 8ish. So I had my coffee, did my journaling, picked up the apartment, and I'm in the middle of making breakfast and gonna sit down to answer emails. But it's gonna be a really nice day, I think. I really try to get some movement in on Fridays. Last Friday I went to a SoulCycle class, which I love to do. Since I had a later night last night, I didn't really want to do SoulCycle, but I really want to do a lovely park walk. And I asked you guys on Instagram what you wanted to see from this week's vlog, and a lot of you mentioned wanting to see a little park walk moment. So I'm thinking of doing a walk in the park, and on the way home I'm gonna pick up my laundry to have fresh laundry for the weekend, which is lovely. I've been trying to drop off my laundry on Fridays, or in this case I dropped it off yesterday on Thursday while I was on the way to get my teeth cleaned. But it's super nice to have fresh laundry for the weekend, and if I do it weekly, it's a lot less hard on my back, and it's a lot less expensive to do like all at once. Obviously it's the same broken up over time, but at least it's like smaller increments, which is really nice. So yeah, and I also have another date tonight, so I'm super excited. I'm gonna do a little day in my life, and then I get ready with me for a date, which I'm excited about. So come along with me today. I'm going to serve up my oatmeal and stewed apples, and we're gonna do some emails and get started with the day. Okay everyone, I'm all caught up on work stuff, so I'm gonna do my little walk for the day. I'm just wearing something super comfy. I have a little matching sweat set from Everlane on, and then this thrifted trench over top. Of course, my Baggu crossbody. Not sure if the rhubarb color works with this orange, but hey, we're just working with it because it's a fantastic bag. I honestly really want to get it in black. I think that would be so worth it because I wear it all the time. But yeah, keeping it super comfy. It looks like it's gonna rain, so I'm hoping to beat the rain. I think I'm just gonna wear my New Balances to be comfy walking around. So let's go on a little walk and pick up our laundry. It's so far honestly a great Friday, so let's do it. My little park walk, of course, it started to rain the second that I stepped out of the apartment. But you know what? I'm really glad that I went anyway. At first I was kind of like kicking myself for not leaving earlier, but it ended up being such a nice stroll, and even though it was fairly short, I just did a very quick little loop in Central Park. Felt super good to get some movement in, and then on the way home I just picked up my laundry. I'm super excited because I've been wanting to strip my sheets for a little while now this week. As I mentioned in the intro of this video is very kindly sponsored by Brooklinen, and I'm so excited to try their sheets because I have been such a longtime fan and admirer of the brand, and we have their towels in our apartment and we absolutely love them, and I've just heard nothing but rave reviews from friends of mine, and I'm so excited to put on my new sheets and my new duvet cover and just have beautiful, fresh, silky, light, fluffy bedding. I am a type of person that I need my like 7, 8, 9 hours sleep to be like a functioning human the next day. So I take a good night's sleep super seriously, and so continuously upgrading my bedding as I've gotten older has made a world of difference, and I'm so thrilled to be upgrading to these Brooklinen sheets to, you know, take it just up another level. So without further ado, let's refresh my bedding. My bed looks so fresh and so beautiful. I'm so excited. I had this cream duvet cover that I got when I first moved to New York, and it ripped, and it was super cheap, not great quality, but I love the look of a cream set of bedding, and I'm so excited to have this much more premium version. And what I love about Brooklinen is that they completely cut out the middleman, so you get luxury bedding without the extreme markups. And I'm super excited to share with you guys that Brooklinen did give us a cheeky little discount, so you can get $20 off your purchase of over $100 with this code right here, and I'll leave a link in the description box as well. Me and Aline both got the Luxe bundle, which is amazing because you can save 25% and get 2 sets of pillowcases and a duvet cover alongside your sheets, which is 10 out of 10, and the online shopping experience is amazing, and you can mix and match over 20 colors and patterns, which is super exciting. So even if you didn't want to do something neutral, they have more colorful options as well. So treat yourself in 2023 to refreshing your bedding. We spend 1/3 of our lives in our sheets, so might as well make them good. It looks just so welcoming, and I think Birdie can attest to it. So now that I've changed my sheets, I'm going to put away the rest of my clean laundry and get back to work. Hi friends, so we're back for the promised get ready with me for date night segment. I'm really excited to be doing this with you today. I did a couple get ready with me's over on TikTok for a couple dates, and it's super helpful. Like, I've been getting so many cute, like, get ready with me for a first date, get ready with me for a hinge date pieces of content on my For You page on TikTok, and it just like makes me feel a little bit less alone, because it's kind of like, I don't know, it can kind of feel overwhelming and scary at first when you're getting back into the swing of things, and honestly it kind of loses the fun factor after the massive amounts of first dates that I've been on, and like failed talking stages and situationships that just like have amounted to like nothing. So it can kind of start to lose its sparkle, if you will. So it's fun to make getting ready for a date an occasion. I feel like starting therapy was super helpful for me around like last fall with dating specifically, because I had a lot of like anxiety around dating, and I had a lot of like avoidant / hyper independence type of behaviors. I'm turning 28 next month. I've been single since I was 22. Like, I really do value partnership and love romance. Would love to be in a relationship at some point. And since I started therapy in the fall, I've been dating pretty consistently, just putting myself out there. I'm really proud of myself, honestly, as much as it can like sometimes be a little hard. I'm trying to have fun with it and trying to just enjoy the journey. I really do. Like, I love my life. I've loved being single for as long as I have been. I will continue to prioritize myself and kind of, I don't know, keep my standards, but at the same time it's been cool to be able to like challenge myself to not just revert into a state of like hyper independence whenever I'm rejected or get hurt or bruised or something doesn't work out and I get frustrated, and take like 6 months to a year off of dating at all. So yeah, it's been cool to kind of like get out of that pattern. I'm feeling really good about dating in 2023, so fingers crossed. When it comes to my date night routine, I like to make sure I have plenty of time to get ready, and I like to get ready for myself. I know it sounds like cliche, but I could honestly get away with just touching up my makeup, touching up my hair, throwing on an outfit and going, and like I probably would feel confident in front of the person. But it's so fun to take a bath, kind of like treat yourself to an experience, blast some music, find a really good playlist, drink a fun drink, whether that's wine, kombucha. I had an Olipop last night that just really did the trick, and just like have fun and make myself feel cute and really take my time with my makeup, put together an outfit that I feel really good in, simply for the fun of the experience. It really does feel like something that's for me, not so much like I have to do this in order to be accepted or liked. These last like 5-6 years of being single have really had their highs and lows, but ultimately like it's been such a special time. Like, I can't believe like throughout these last 5 years I finished college. I graduated from college. I moved to New York City from Montana. I really was on a journey of like coming to terms with my sexuality and figuring out my identity there and coming out. So I think there were so many factors that contributed in my like this era of my life of being single and like really loving it and really coming to terms with being alone and really finding so much joy in it. And I really am so grateful for this period of my life, and I'm definitely like not in a rush or anything, but yeah, it's been fun to date more people and kind of like, I don't know, get to know myself and like my dating style and like work on maybe negative patterns or behaviors that I have. I would say that a few tips that I have, or a few things that have helped me with dating, if you're kind of in a place where you're super overwhelmed, maybe you're on Hinge and you just like can't seem to get anything to go anywhere, because I've had so many phases like that, like long stretches of time, and like to this day sometimes there's like long periods of time where I'm like nothing's really coming to fruition, nothing's really happening. My therapist suggested to try to get people off the app as quickly as possible, obviously in a way that like makes sense for you and you feel comfortable with, and that isn't making anyone uncomfortable. But if you have like a back and forth conversation, like you can always say like, hey, feel free to text me, here's my number. That has like proven to be very successful for me in the past. Not only does it get you off the app, so off the pattern of just like going on just to scroll and like swipe through and not talk to anyone, which I know sometimes I will just go on Hinge to just like for the fun of it, to just like swipe through people and not talk to anybody. So it gets you out of that where you're actually like texting and you have each other's numbers. It feels a little bit more like personal. That's been a super helpful step that oftentimes leads to like planning a date. Also, like I'm not opposed to just like being upfront and asking someone, hey, would you want to grab a drink next week? But overall, trying to get people off the app like as quickly as possible before there's a really long lull in the conversation, or you go your separate ways, or some person like something comes up and you just like stop talking, or you kind of like lose the momentum and the conversation falls flat. Also, my therapist suggested that I start asking people like what they're looking for, which I think is super necessary, as much as it can be like it can feel super embarrassing. I think it's so important to like be on the same page. I know on Hinge you can put what you're looking for, but I find that people don't really like, I don't know, they don't oftentimes people overlook that section, and or they change their minds, or they just don't know. So it's been really helpful, I think, to have that conversation. My therapist told me it's okay to do it on the first date, so you heard it here first. It doesn't have to be in a way where you're grilling someone. It can just be like, how has dating in the city, or how has dating in fill in the blank, whatever city or town you live in, been for you so far? Are you kind of looking for something specific? What's your vibe with dating recently? I'm just curious to hear. And then you can kind of talk about like what you are looking for as well. So I think that's like an important conversation, especially if you are looking for a relationship. I got to a point where I was gonna say I'm not here to make friends, which sounds very bachelorette. I have made friends through dating apps, and that's fine, but I'm at a specific point where like I don't think that casual really like works well for me. If I really like someone, it's hard for me to like mentally, emotionally like detach from those feelings. So casual doesn't really work for me. If it works for you, then that's fantastic. Honestly, I wish I was like that. It would make life probably a lot more pleasant. And I've definitely had phases in my life when I was younger when I was just like so much more open to whatever kind of situation happened. But I'm in a place in my life now where like that is what I'm looking for, so I think it's important to be transparent so that no one gets their feelings hurt or time wasted. It has happened to me a few times where I think that things are going super well, and then I find out that the person is not looking for anything like long-term or to get into a relationship for a really long time. So it's always a bummer, but the conversation and transparency is always so appreciated. Also, I know it's not a numbers game, but I'm absolutely not opposed to going on dates with multiple different people, especially in the beginning. If you're in your first few dates and you're still like feeling each other out and there hasn't been a conversation on really like what the vibe is there. I think it's totally fine to get to know a few different people at once and kind of like see what match works the best. Obviously respecting people's situations and boundaries, being upfront about like your feelings and communicating really clearly is super important. But like, especially if it's like if you've been on like 1 or 2, 3 dates, yeah, I'm not opposed to like seeing multiple people and seeing where things go. So yeah, currently that's kind of the boat I'm in. I know I've had like a few people be like asking if I'm in a relationship, which I am not, but I am actively dating for kind of like the first time in years. Tonight I'm going out with someone who I've been out with 3 times, so this is the 4th time I'm seeing them, so that's kind of fun. And we're gonna go get drinks at a place in the West Village, so I'm excited. At first it was kind of hard for me to like get into the mindset to like get ready and go. The person I went out with yesterday texted me and was basically like, I'm not looking for a relationship or anything long-term right now, in a super nice way, but it was a little bit of an ego bruise. Made me a little sad for a bit just because it was super fun. But honestly, I really appreciate transparency and good communication, so it's all good. It's all good, and I'm still trucking along. So if you're in a similar situation, you're not alone. Okay, I'm not sure why I'm so pink in here, but here we are, doing our hair, doing nothing crazy, just running some curls through. I've been wearing my hair straight a lot, which I've been really liking, being able to have more low maintenance hair now that I have like a haircut that feels like it's more in a style. But it's super fun to have an excuse to add some waves as well. Very much a fan of the look, just curling away from my face, leaving the ends straight. And yeah, I think I'm gonna listen to some music now to like pump me up, get me feeling excited for the evening. 'Cause sometimes when it gets dark at 5 p.m. it is kind of hard to get the motivation to leave the house. So gonna finish my hair. Still have quite a few straight chunks to do, but gonna finish my hair and then we'll decide on the outfit. Okay everyone, this is the finished look. I think it's really cute. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Really feeling it. I've got this little top. I've got this little secondhand top that I got in like a vintage bundle, which I don't wear enough. I think it's really cute, and I think with the like little lace bra underneath, it's really, I don't know, a little sexy, which is kind of a fun change for me. We've got the Uniqlo jeans. These are the Uniqlo baggy jeans. I just think that they're so cute, so cool. Got this little thrifted belt on and my cowboy boots from the Grand Bazaar. Jewelry is Ana Luisa, and yeah, feeling good. I'm excited now, looking forward to it. It was so nice to be like getting ready with you guys, so thank you for that. Good to go. Let's have a great night. Okay, I know this was a day in my life, but it's the next day and I had to report back on 2 things. One, this new bedding is unreal. I slept so well. The sheets just felt like so luxurious and soft, and climbing into bed last night just felt like a spiritual experience. I slept so well. Highly recommend. I feel like a new woman with this new Brooklyn bedding. Also just wanted to do like a quick date update because I know a lot of people get like curious. Every time I share that I'm going on a date, people ask how it went and they're like convinced that I've like met the one and am now like head over heels in love, when for the most part that's just not how it's worked out. But I get it. I am so curious about people's like love lives as well. I had a really great time last night, but ultimately it's just not a right fit. We're both looking for very different things. We're very different people, but I'm glad I put myself out there. 2 dates this week, baby. And yeah, even though both dates didn't work out, I feel like I learned a lot about myself, about other people, and about what I'm looking for. And also it's made me feel like really good about myself and who I've become and grown to be and the life that I've built for myself. There's nothing like going out with someone who isn't right for you to make you realize like, hey, I've got it pretty good and the people in my life are way more fun, and I love my own company and the life that I've created for myself. So it's been like
a cool experience. But yeah, I'm feeling really good with my life and where I'm at the moment, while still being like really proud of myself for continuing to put myself out there and pretty. But yeah, felt like that was a necessary update.
Thanks so much for tuning in to this day in my life. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm just so excited to be making videos again and just connecting with you all a little bit more in 2023. I've been trying to make more TikToks, so if you're on TikTok, make sure to follow both me and Aline. We're also on Instagram. All of those accounts are always linked down below. Also, a huge thank you again to Brooklinen for sponsoring this video, and you can use this code for $20 off your order of $100 or more. Thanks so much again for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.